Hey guys, it's your girl Ashley. If you're new to my channel, what's up? So today I filmed this beautiful glowy romantic look. If you guys like it, then let's continue watching. But first of all, before I zoom y'all in and see my crazy imperfections, A, sorry if you can hear the rain, but it's raining and it's kind of therapeutic, so it should be fine. 2, sorry for my busted nails. I ordered some press-ons. They should be arriving soon, but we're in quarantine. I can't fix this right now, so hope that it's fine and that this doesn't trigger you to exit the video. But anyways, let's zoom in. I'm gonna start off with the face, which is normally not what I have been doing lately, so I'm a little bit like thrown back by it. But I'm gonna start off by applying this Touch and Soul Glassy Primer. So this actually is supposed to be like a moisturizer slash primer, and it's supposed to hydrate and give like a glow. Now, I haven't really played with it too much, but I did already moisturize my face. It's gonna give me extra moisture, and I'm also gonna use a different primer too, just, you know, to be safe. As you guys can see right now, my face does have a little bit of sheen to it. It does have that little glow. So I'm letting the product really soak into my skin. But the next product I'm going to be using is this MAC Strobe Cream Primer. It's going to give me extra highlight. I'm just going to rub it in with my hands. I'm going to be using my hands a lot today, which I normally use brushes, but you know, sometimes you just want to switch it up a little bit. So I want to brighten underneath the eyes, so I'm going to be using this Becca Eye Correcting Concealer. This is in the shade Light Medium. Now this one, you guys, was so freaking hard to find because every time I went to Ulta or Sephora, it was always sold out. And last minute, I went into Ulta and I found it. It was the last one. I was like, it was meant to be. So I'm just going to use my ring finger, and a little goes a long way. So I'm just going to apply this under the eye by tapping it in. You guys already see the difference, like this looks a little bit lighter and this looks a little bit dull. So for foundation, I'm going to be using this MAC Studio Face and Body Foundation. This is in the shade C1. Now, I was watching this girl do her makeup on Instagram and she used this foundation and I was like, oh my god, I have that. But I don't really reach out for it too much because this is more of a lightweight foundation, so it doesn't cover that much. But she said to use your fingers and that was going to give you a better application. So let's go ahead and do it. So I grabbed this much. I don't want to like overdo it, you know, so I'm just going to work little by little. So I'm going to start off on the center of my face, just blending this into the skin. I'm looking straight ahead because I have a mirror straight ahead. So you're like, where the hell is she looking? That's where I'm looking. So this is just with that little bit. You guys can see it still looks like my skin. I still want a little bit more coverage, but it looks a little bit more even, so you don't see that much of my redness. But I am going to apply a little bit more. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to basically just pack it on like this. And basically I'm just going to repeat this process until I'm satisfied with the coverage. So I'm actually really liking the way this is looking right now because it's definitely giving me a glow. I mean, you can see the sheen to my skin and it still looks like my skin, so it looks actually really good. I'm actually digging this right now. Now, time for concealer. I'm going to be using this concealer. This is from Pretty Vulgar and this is in the shade, it says Undercover 60 Little White Lies. So I remember trying this and it wasn't really full coverage either, so I'm just going to be applying this under the eye and then I'm going to use my finger to blend this out. I'm going to use my middle finger because it's a little bigger and I feel like I can apply more pressure. So I'm just tapping it into the skin. I'm also going to apply some of this concealer under the brow bone just to give a little coverage and color under the brows. And I'm just going to use my finger to blend this out. Now, time for some bronzer. So I'm using my Chanel bronzer and I'm going to be using this Morphe M492 brush to apply my bronzer. I'm going to apply this on my cheeks as well as my forehead, on my nose, wherever I want to add some dimension. I'm just gonna use this and go over all of these areas. I grabbed a little bit more of that foundation and I'm just gonna go over here just to kind of help clean up the contour a little bit. Before I continue on with the face, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the eyes now. So I'm gonna be using this P. Louise primer. This is in Rumor 02. I'm just gonna use my ring finger to blend this out. And I'm slowly bringing it outward as well as upward. And then whatever is left as well, I'm gonna bring it underneath. So I'm gonna be using this Laura Geller Flirty Friday eyeshadow and like cheek palette. So this is what it looks like. And I'm gonna grab this Morphe M511 brush and I'm gonna grab this color right here. And this is gonna work as my crease color. So I'm just gonna go back and forth, slowly building up that color and going outward to make it like a transition too. I literally had to tell my family, hey, I'm gonna film, because they're wild. Like, they'll randomly start singing and shouting and then you could hear it in the background, and it's the funniest thing, but at the same time it's like, can you please stop? Now with this Morphe M531 brush, I'm just going to use this to make sure I blend this out even more, but it doesn't have any color in it. Just want to blend and blend some more. So with this E27 brush, I'm going to grab this color called Pink Powder. With a flat eyeshadow brush like this one, I'm going to go in with Sangria Seduction. I'm going to apply this all over the lid. Wow, this is a very pretty color. And I'm working this outward too. I want to cover the whole eyelid here. This M433 brush, I grabbed a little bit of that color called Lovesick, which is the first shade we ever used. And I'm just going to focus this on the crease because I want to make sure I blend this well. And that there's a little bit of darkness to blend like the darker on the eyelid versus the lighter going up. So I'm going to make sure I blend this out nice and easy. And I'm going again over with Sangria on the eyelid because I took a little bit of that color off when I was blending on the crease. A little bit of concealer underneath because some of that Sangria color went underneath and, you know, it put some color underneath the eyes, and I need to make sure I blend this out. So I'm just tapping this in. With this JH42 brush, I grabbed some of that Sangria color and I'm just going to tap that on my lower lash line, and then we're going to blend this out. Now I'm just going back and forth to kind of diffuse this a little bit. This M506 brush, I grabbed some of that Lovesick color and I'm just going to use this to diffuse under the lash line, make it a little bit more smoky. So just going in circles. With a flat concealer brush like this one, I'm grabbing the color Soft Topaz. This is going to work as my inner corner highlight. So I'm just going to tap this on the inner corner and create a nice highlight. Wow, she's here. She is here. I normally don't do this, but we're just going to give it a try. This is the Fenty Beauty Cream Highlight. And my camera doesn't want to focus, but this is in the color Confetti. So I typically don't use this because I have texture in my skin and normally it just doesn't look good, but we're gonna try it out. So I'm just gonna rub this into the high points of my cheeks. I don't have any powder yet, so I feel like it should be fine. Oh my gosh, maybe I overdid it. But I'm just gonna use my finger to blend this into the skin. Oh, she got that nice confetti glow. I'm going to go ahead and set underneath the eyes, but just a little bit. So I'm going to be using this Morphe. This is a loose powder in Brightening Pink. And I'm going to use this Morphe JH07 brush to apply underneath the eyes. I'm just going to tap some of that off, and I'm just going to be applying this a little bit right here. The rest of my face, I'm just going to set it very lightly using this Maybelline translucent powder, and I'm going to be using this JH01. Just going to grab a little bit, tap out the excess, and then I'm just going to dab it on my T-zone because that's usually where I get super oily, like my forehead, as you guys can see, looking real nice and shiny, but I don't want to overdo it, but just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and bronze up the skin a little bit with powder. So I'm using the Too Faced, this is the Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I'm using the JH05 brush to grab some of that product, and I'm just going to tap it onto the areas where I already had that bronzer, the Chanel one. Okay, I tapped some of this off and it kind of went on my mouth and it kind of tasted good. Is that weird? Let me go back in with the JH07. Whatever's left on that brush from that powder that I used, I'm just gonna go over, underneath the contour area because it kind of looked a little bit messy. So I just want to control that a little bit more. Time for some blush. I'm going to be using this brush. This is the JH04, and I'm going to grab this color here called Love Sick. And I'm just going to tap this on my apples of the cheeks. Time for some lashes because I already have mascara. I'm going to go in with this Celeste Los Angeles eyelash book. So when you open it up, you have all of these here. So the ones I'm going to be using for today are smoky, and the reason why is because they're from like short all the way to long, so I feel like they're gonna be really pretty on the eyes. So now I'm gonna go ahead and apply some black eyeliner. This is from MAC in black, and I'm just gonna put that on the top waterline, and this is gonna help blend the lash band to the eye. Now with this MAC nude pencil, I'm gonna put this one on my lower lash line because this is gonna help open up the eye. Now I'm going to apply some mascara on my lower lashes. So I'm using this Lorac Pro mascara in the color black. So last but not least, we are going to do the lips. So I'm going to be using this NYX. This is a natural color lip liner. So I'm just going to fill my lips and lip line with this color. And for lipstick, I'm going to be using this MAC lipstick. This is in Velvet Teddy. It was like my ultimate go-to for so long. You can leave it like this if you'd like to, or you can add some gloss. I'm going to be using this. This is the Dose of Color Lip Gloss, and this is in the shade called The Most. Oh my god, look at it. It has pink circles. Now, basically from here, you can go on and see if you need to touch up on anything, but I feel like I'm good. Won't you take me home? So this is the final look. What do you guys think? Do you guys love it? Do you hate it? Honestly, this is a little bit out of my comfort zone. I typically tend to use foundations that are like full coverage. I typically don't really like to see the texture of my skin and stuff. But you know what? Embrace your beauty. Like, this is me. I have big pores. I have texture in my skin. And honestly, with this makeup, I don't really see that much of the texture as I normally do see. What I do see is just obviously like, you know, a little bit of pimples here and there. But that glow though, honey boo boo. This glow though, it looks gorgeous. I usually don't typically, like I said, do my makeup like this, but I want to try something out because why freaking not? I feel like this looks good and I'm just tripping because I'm not used to seeing myself like this, you know? But I mean, this makeup look though is just so like cute, so like, I don't know, like romantic, pretty, glowy. I'm definitely feeling this right now. It looks so good. But anyways, if you guys like this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Make sure to hit that bell button to get notified whenever I upload new videos. I don't want you to miss out, so make sure to do that. Comment down below, let me know, are you guys gonna recreate this look? What kind of skin do you have? Does that concern you, your whole like texture and pores and things like that? Comment down below. You guys know that I love to interact with you guys. Also make sure to let me know what other videos you guys want to see from me, or what eyeshadow palette I should use next, or anything like that. Comment down below. And if you aren't already, make sure to follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. I post little previews of what I'm filming and all that good stuff, so make sure to check on that. I hope you guys are all being safe, and I hope you guys are all healthy, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!